I made a PokeDoku with a twist. The categories are all under silly names, so my friends won't have any clear idea what Pokemon may fit in the square. If they manage to pull off a genuinely correct answer for those categories, they'll get a point in the square. However, even if they're wrong, they can still win a Snover Achiever point if the argument is good enough. Can they figure out what the real categories are? Better yet, can you? Your categories are Goes Both Ways, Better Off Without Me, Peaked in High School, Forever Sweaty, Better Than Everybody Else, and Trembling Thighs. And I will say, everybody, I'm not going to tell you what all of these silly categories actually connect to, because this actual PokeDoku board is playable right now on PokeDoku's website. The vertical categories, Forever Sweaty and Down, those will be their legitimate categories, so 3 of these will be visible as what they actually stand for, but the top 3, Goes Both Ways and To the Right, are gonna stay silly, so good luck guessing. And also, just in case you were wondering, no, PokeDoku's website doesn't do Snover Achiever points. It's all or nothing, baby.
And so the idea is that we need to have a combination of the 2 categories, correct?
Yes, and if you think that it looks impossible, then I've done my job right. We're gonna start in the top left category. Everybody, I want you to give me an answer for a Pokemon you think is both forever sweaty and goes both ways. Okay, I got everybody's answer. Peter, go ahead, explain your answer.
All right, so for this one, I locked in Clamperl. Reason being, I first interpreted Forever Sweaty as, like, they're just really wet, so I was really thinking about a lot of water types. Clamperl just happened to be the first water type I thought of that, like, has a split evolution with Gorbis and Huntail. So that's why I put them for Goes Both Ways.
Cheeky thinking. Okay. Will, go ahead, explain your answer.
I chose Slowpoke. I think dude's just kind of sweaty. Wasn't thinking of the water type. But also, he does it both. I mean, he does a lot, but, you know, he put shell on head, he put shell on butt. He does both.
He do both.
He goes both ways.
Yeah. He do, doesn't he? He goes both ways.
He also puts shell on entire body.
Josh, go ahead, explain your answer.
I chose Stunfisk.
Yeah.
Hey.
So this little guy just, to me, looks like it would be perpetually sweaty, and it also just hangs out underneath mud, which gives me the vibes of hot mud, sweaty boy, seashore vibes, you know, where it's like those old men just sitting in the sun turning into beef jerky. Yeah. And he goes both ways because it goes both under the dirt and on top of the dirt.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I will say, I can't believe you figured out Goes Both Ways stood for goes on top of and under the dirt.
That's
exactly.
Crazy. That was such a good read.
From your answers, Peter, Clamperl does not get you a point.
Dang.
Will, Slowpoke does get you a correct point.
Oh, yes.
Oh. And Josh, Stunfisk does not get you a point.
So what is it about Slowpoke?
It's probably the sweat, huh?
Okay, time to start sweating, boys.
Time to start sweating on this quiz.
All right, next we're going top middle, which is Forever Sweaty and Better Off Without Me.
Okay.
What?
Good luck.
This is really hard. I'm going to score 0 points, I guarantee you, this whole time.
Okay, I got everybody's answers. Peter, go ahead and explain your answer.
I submitted Crabominable.
Huh.
Because they are a very hairy dude. They're covered in all that fluff. So you can imagine that they're sweating a storm up in Alola when they're not up in the cold mountains. And I put that they're better off without me because you guys know my distaste for crabs. So,
wow.
You know
it's
that
not a you, it's me sort of situation.
Exactly. I would not be treating that boy right.
Wait, so are you saying they're better off without you, or you're better off without them?
If they were on my team, they would not be happy.
Sure.
I would make sure that they are not happy.
It's a bad relationship together.
You would hurt the crab.
Yes, I would hurt the crab.
Josh, go ahead and explain your answer.
Yes, sir. Yes, I will. The Pokemon that I chose was the Saddle and the Cubone. It is forever sweaty, and that is because it is constantly fighting off tears and battling its demons, which makes a lot of stress upon the little guy. And when it's fighting, it gets sweaty, so obviously that makes for that. And I mean, you could also say the tears could act like sweat, so it's kind of, people might mistake that for sweat. It's also better off without me, because without a mom or any sort of guardian protecting it, it is itself. But with that, if it were given a mother or if it was given some sort of guardian,
it would have a happy
wouldn't
life.
be itself. Exactly, which wouldn't be a Cubone. So it's better off without me because it is itself and gains its strength from the sadness it has from being without anybody.
And Will, go ahead and explain your answer.
I chose Sobble.
Oh, another crying Pokemon.
Another very sad Pokemon.
Yay!
Sobble is forever sweaty because I think they're just kind of a creature that gives off kind of a filmy sweat. It's just as they exist.
I see it.
And I
Right.
think that Sobble needs
Right,
some
right.
time alone. So I think they're better off without me to get the crying out.
Oh,
you know?
you're giving them their
Right, right.
space.
I'm just giving them space. They're better off without me right now.
I like all of your arguments for better off without me. It's beautiful. Going over the answers, Peter, Crabominable, I'm going to give you a Snover point for.
Yeah.
Because I think that's very fair. You and
Because you went with
Crabs.
Crab.
Crabs are
I
definitely
promise
better
I
off.
won't milk the crab joke for all of the better off without me.
Josh, I'm also going to give you a Snover Achievement point
Yeah.
for Cubone because you made a dang
Let's
good
go.
argument about how Sad Boy wouldn't be himself without a little time alone. And Will, although I think you're absolutely right that Sobble definitely needs a little bit of space, that is not a correct answer for this square. Good job on some Snover stars, boys. All of you who got them. Okay, next we're doing top right. That is Forever Sweaty, and they peaked in high school. Can you figure out what's going on here?
I still don't know what's going on with Forever Sweaty.
Okay, all answers in. Josh, go ahead and explain your answer.
I chose Scrafty. I chose Scrafty.
I was thinking that as well. That's a good
Yes,
pick.
sir. Because Scrafty, I mean, first of all, come on, dude. It is perpetually wearing sweats and a hoodie. That is
So
sweaty.
true.
And it also looks like it works at Hot Topic and hot boxes its room in its free time. Which means it is going to be sweaty in there.
Wow.
I mean, like, you can't tell me this boy is not just sweating bullets while just boofing it.
That's a pretty strong argument, I'll give you that. Peter, go ahead and explain your answer.
Okay, so I submitted Chansey for this one. My thought process for this one was Chansey's a hard worker at the Pokemon Center. You know, they're always running around, getting the Pokeballs to the machine and whatnot, putting in the hours.
Right.
You know, they're sweating up a storm hard at work.
Yeah.
My thought process for peaked in high school was I kind of just interpret that as like middle stage evolution. And so, you know, you got Happiny, you got Blissey. They're in their teen years. They're not fully evolved yet. So that's why I put Chansey in there.
Okay, very interesting. Will, go ahead and explain your answer.
Ah, yes. I chose Urshifu.
Oh.
I feel like Urshifu, let us say Rapid Strike, because wet. And pretty much everything he exists in, he's a very sweaty choice. I do think, though, that he's kind of old news. You know, like, it's been played, it's been done, and therefore I feel like he kind of peaked in high school, and he's a couple years out and doesn't know what to do with himself at this point.
Sure, okay. Another interesting argument.
For Will's sake, Urshifu is one of the only Pokemon that canonically did like go through school.
And did sweat.
It did.
Dang.
Yeah, like you've got to take the cub through the fighting dojos.
Wow.
Wait, really?
Okay.
Oh.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
Hey, you want to know a fun fact, Peter? I think just because of bringing that note up, I'm gonna definitely give Will a Snover Achiever point for Urshifu.
Nice, cool. You're welcome, Will.
Thank you. I
you
need
go.
this.
Josh, for Scrafty, your argument is just so good. I absolutely have to give you a Snover Achiever point as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely, to a T, your description. I cannot deny it. Peter, I agree with you that Chansey probably is working up a sweat, helping a lot of people, and it does not feel good to not give a bonus point to those who help others. Chansey is not a correct answer for this category.
That's
So
okay.
helpful.
She doesn't do it for the thanks.
It's true.
Yeah, better luck next time,
So
Peter.
humble.
Idiot.
Better watch out next time you need a Pokemon Center, Will.
I really.
got friends.
Oh, well,
Friends
if
in the
you're hurt,
business.
I won't help you. Holy cow.
You can listen to all his stories about the crab that he also doesn't accept into his Pokemon Center.
Right, right.
All right, moving on to the middle row. Everybody, we're starting on the middle left, which is better than everybody else and goes both ways.
Boy, howdy.
Okay.
Better than everybody else.
All right, I got everybody's answers. Let's see if anybody has cracked the case. Will, go ahead, explain your answer.
All right. I said Quaxwell.
Huh.
I feel like better than everybody else. I think he's on the dance team. He is the only male on the dance team at high school. But he's also like, he's valedictorian, or at least very close to it. He's competing for valedictorian. But goes both ways. He's definitely in his sexual exploration phase of his life right now. He's trying to figure things out.
Honestly, I can see your argument here. Peter, go ahead and explain your answer.
All right, so I submitted Giratina for this one.
Whoa. Completely different vibe.
I put better than everyone else because, I mean, he's the king of the underworld, right? He is the Satan to Arceus's god.
That's definitely
he is a legendary. He is great. And I put him specifically for goes both ways because not only is he the king of the underworld, but he's the king of the distortion world. All directions are basically all directions.
Wow.
So he goes one way, he goes all ways. He's the king of going both ways.
Very good point. The king of all ways. And Josh, go ahead and explain your answer.
Just like any other famous person, this Pokemon has the ability to make you feel happy or sad with its melodies, and it has inspired many famous songs, just like the great Taylor Swift. And so this Pokemon I submitted was Melioda, and this Pokemon, I mean, clearly it is better.
We're going with Melioda.
Huh?
All right, nice. What do you say, Peter?
Meloetta. I was like, who is this Pokemon that I've never heard?
Meloetta. Anyway, so this Pokemon, just like Taylor Swift, has the power to make you feel happy or sad with its songs, and has inspired many great songs in its lifetime. And I mean, come on, look what I submitted. It has the regular form and the pirouette form. It goes both ways. It sings and it freaking dances. I mean, tell me that's not going both ways.
Even though it's not a right answer, I'm going to give you a Snowverachiever point for calling it Melioda, and that's the reason.
I'm good with that, man. Give me the points.
Quaxwell, such a good, strong argument, and absolutely, even though it's not a right answer, absolutely getting a Snowverachiever point. Who am I? I have to give a Snowverachiever point to the king of all ways for you, Peter.
Heck yeah.
So everybody's...
The king of all ways.
Nobody's right, but everybody's winning this round.
Yay!
All good answers, all incorrect.
Moving on to the middle. Better than everybody else, and better off without me.
This one's a weird mix.
Answer.
Yeah, this is a strange mix. Okay, I got everybody's answers. Josh, go ahead and explain your answer.
This Pokemon needs no introduction when better than everybody else. It's just Arceus. It's the god of Pokemon. So it's just kind of, I mean, I'm not going to elaborate on that. It's just literally better. It's created everything. So shut up. And it's better off without me. Well, just like the great Batman, what great hero or god needs a sidekick? Because they only drag them down. Because why would you give somebody that's better than everybody somebody that's not better than everybody, which is a sidekick? So get Robin out of the equation. Leave Arceus alone.
Arceus doesn't need a Robin. Arceus flies solo. Peter, go ahead and explain your answer.
All right, so I submitted Mega Gallade, specifically Mega Gallade, because he's Mega, so he's better than all the other Gallades.
Sure.
He's got all that extra power. But I also picked him for better off without me for two reasons. Because Mega Evolution, according to the Dexes, is extremely painful, and Pokemon do not like Mega Evolving. So, to be honest, if he's not with me, if he's not with a trainer, he's not Mega Evolving, he's not going through that pain.
And Will, go ahead and explain your answer.
My Pokemon is kind of also like a godlike Batman figure.
Right.
Mine is Cool Squirtle.
Yes, sir. Give him a point.
Cool Squirtle is better than everybody else. We all saw the episode. He was way cooler than all the other Squirtles for sure.
He saves Ash from
Ash.
He saves Ash from like bombs being dropped by Team Rocket. He's a genuine hero.
And then if I remember correctly, he just peace out after that, right? Oh, he did stay with him all through Kanto. Squirtle spent the time training firefighting and improving his abilities off screen and returned to the Johto League stronger than before.
Okay, considering the fact that Cool Squirtle was able to become a firefighter without you and seemed to cause a lot of crime once he came back, I agree, he was better off without you. I'll give you a Snowverachiever point for that one.
Yeah.
Cool Squirtle. Mega Glade, I absolutely am going to give you a Snowverachiever point as well, because yes, until they say otherwise, the Mega Evolution Dex entries sound like they are genuine torture, and I don't have a choice but to give Arceus a Snowverachiever point, because I cannot stop him from taking what he wants.
Exactly.
boy.
All right, and the middle right column, better than everybody else, and peaked in high school. Good luck. Okay, I got everybody's answers here. Peter, go ahead, explain your answer.
I submitted Per Ugly for this one.
Hey.
Per Ugly really embodies that I think I'm better than everyone else energy. They are so snooty, and they definitely fit for the peaked in high school, in my opinion, at least, because, I mean, their glamour days are over, right? They're not glammy out anymore. They used to be sleek, they used to be with it, and now they're just a big, ugly cat.
Wow.
Yeah, now that she's not in sports, she gained a lot of weight.
Yeah, she kind of let herself go.
Will, go ahead, explain your answer.
I turned off the mind and turned on the soul for this one. I'm going Onyx. I choose Onyx because I think that when he was in high school, he thought that he was better than everybody else. He would wriggle around everybody and squeeze him until they gave him his lunch money.
Oh,
I
he
think
was
that
a
he was
bully.
quite the bully. In that way, he was a bit better than everyone else. But when he got out into the real world, he couldn't get a job because he had no limbs.
Only rocks.
Oh, no, that's tragic.
It is. It's really sad.
Doesn't he essentially count as a slithering trust fund, though? Because of the hard as diamond situation?
Oh, yeah. It ran out.
Oh, shoot, ran
A
out
couple
of...
years of joblessness. You know?
Oh, shoot, yeah.
It only goes so
I mean,
far.
I have to
Zane.
pawn off parts of his body.
Oh yeah, it's honestly really sad. That
He's just down to the head.
He's just
some call it karma. Other people have pity on him.
And Josh, go ahead, explain your answer.
My Pokemon that I chose is Thievul. They give major, like, I'm better than you vibes. Like, if you've ever seen Pink Panther, I mean, there's Inspector Clouseau, you know what I mean? The no, hamburger. You know how to say that word? You know, he gives huge energy.
Hamburger.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't even
Exactly.
understand what you were saying, which is the joke.
Exactly.
Dang, they fell into crime, they fell into being out of shape, and they fell into homelessness. For Thievul, I think honestly, you're kind of getting lucky here. I'm going to give you a Snover Achiever point just for the way that you said hamburger.
Yeah.
All right, second Snover Achiever point for pronunciation.
Let's go.
Will, just because I also take pity on the Onyx, I'm going to walk by his cup and I'm going to drop one Snover Achiever point in his cup. Hopefully that'll get him back on his feet. Or,
It won't,
or
but it's
tail.
something.
And then, of course, I'm also going to give a Snover Achiever point to Per Ugly because genuinely, it absolutely does look like it thinks it's better than everybody else and absolutely definitely peaked in high school. Last row, everybody. We're going in the bottom left, and that's Trembling Thighs and goes both ways. Keep it
All right, I got it.
safe
Immediate
for work.
lock-in.
Immediate lock-in?
Oh yeah, I've been thinking about this one more than all the others.
Okay, so I did get everybody's answers here. Peter, go ahead and explain your answer.
All right, for this one I submitted our boy. You know him, you love him. It is Rev of Room.
Oh, come on!
Yeah. That boy, if you've ever seen him in game, he's got that engine rumbling. He is constantly trembling, and I personally would consider those back tires his thighs. So those thighs are constantly rumbling. And he goes both ways because he only has two ways. You can put him in drive, you can put him in reverse. Both
Dang.
ways.
Will, go ahead and explain your answer.
All right, I can't beat that. I'm gonna be honest. I chose Dracozolt, so hear me out, right? Trembling thighs. I think when I think of thick thighs, trembling, I think of Dracozolt immediately.
I so get it.
I hate this dude. I think he's so dumb. Don't tell me why he's okay. Don't tell me why he's cool. I don't care. I think he's dumb. He can go both ways because he got the different body parts that are all over the place. But he has different forms. He goes both ways.
And Josh, I really would like to hear you explain your answer.
Peter, you're a Did you let you go first? Because I chose Revolver 2, you little piece of trash.
I got it
You know what, Peter?
immediately.
You think you can pull it out from under me like that, huh?
Josh, I've been waiting to steal the Rev of Room point from you since quiz 3.
That stinks, Peter, because looks like he's going to have to give us both a point if we get it.
So I have to give both of you a Snover Achiever point for playing Rev of Room.
Woo!
And on a completely different note, Will, I cannot argue against I also dislike this boy. Thunder Size, for sure. Like, leg day every day. Terrific argument. Also getting your Snover Achiever point there. Hey,
I hate that Pokemon so much.
Hey, I really wish that I understood the power of Snover Achiever points in the very first one. I'm sorry about that. Moving on to bottom middle, Trembling Thighs and Better Off Without Me.
This Trembling Thighs one, man.
Okay, I got everybody's answers. Peter, go ahead and explain your answer.
This is probably my weakest answer of the bunch, honestly. I submitted Kadabra for this one. My thought process for Trembling Thighs was like, Trembling Thighs is maybe meaning they're weak to ghost type. Like, oh, there's a little scaredy cat.
Okay.
So I picked the Psyche type for that.
Yo.
I specifically sent Kadabra because Better Off Without Me. They were a boy one day and they just woke up as a Pokemon. Like, they're going through some stuff. They kind of need to sort that out on their own. They probably don't need me helping them out with that.
Josh, go ahead and explain your answer.
I chose Darkrai, and I chose it before I even found this picture. Those thighs be trembling because they thin, and I don't know how it's holding anything up. This Pokemon, I mean, when I think of trembling thighs, I just think of somebody that's scared, and so this Pokemon inflicting nightmares upon people whenever it is near. And Better Off Without Me, I think it should be exiled. For some reason, its dex entry just says it gives horrifying dreams, yet it means no harm, which means, yeah, you're better off without anybody. What's the point?
And Will, go ahead and explain your answer.
You know who else skips leg day?
Huh.
Snorlax.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, trembling thighs.
Yeah, this boy has trembling thighs. You remember when you saw him stand for the first time in Pokemon Stadium back in like 98?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, brother, maybe sit back down. But also, he has paths to block. And
Sure.
those paths are not going to block themselves. So he has to go
Yes.
on his own.
One person this round did, in fact, get a Snover achievement point, and so did the other two. Everybody got Snover achievement point.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
Come on, man.
I did.
Oh, brother!
I did
This
love.
guy Snovers!
I did love the arguments all around, though. That being said, we are on our final square: Trembling Thighs and Peaked in High School.
Hard.
Good luck on the
Yep.
final round. Will anybody get a correct answer? I have everybody's final answers. Will, go ahead and explain your answer.
Okay, I put forward a Lowland Golem.
Ooh.
I'm going to start with my top end and say
Alone?
that this guy definitely peaked in high school because nobody could have foreseen how much of just like an Italian uncle this guy turned out to be by the time he got to be an adult. Way too much hair going on everywhere.
My Alolan Golem is nicknamed Gaspacho.
Yeah, for good reason. He's also the uncle that after high school definitely let himself go a bit and says that he could still run like a 5.5 minute mile, but he looks like the shape of a boulder, you know?
Yeah, big time. Peter, go ahead and explain your answer.
Okay, I tried to be really thinky with this one. I want to get the actual point. So I submitted Dracloak. Something that was said last round kind of inspired me. Maybe it's not that they're weak to ghost type. Maybe it is that they are. Maybe it is that they are ghost type. They are the one trembling the thighs. In addition to that, I also picked Dracloak because he's piggybacking that Dreepy around all day. Carrying around your little brother all day for your entire existence has got to get your legs tired, even if,
Now-
regardless of whether the fact that he floats.
For sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not seeing much legs on this dude.
Me neither.
He trembled them right off.
And then for Peaked in High School, I kind of stuck with my argument earlier because I think it could be what the logic is behind this one, that it's a middle stage.
Sure. And Josh, go ahead and explain your answer.
Okay, so I'm actually not gonna lie, and Zane, this is actually true. I thought like maybe there was a way I could get a point with this one, like a real point, because I was like maybe Zane is just really tired or something, and this is it. And so yeah, I submitted Gym Leader Brock for the second time in this channel's history. As you can see in the picture provided, he is getting rejected, and so when it comes to Trembling Thighs, I thought this man flirts constantly, and whenever he gets rejected, he always gets very sad and nervous. It just so I was like, maybe Zane can give me a point for this. Maybe it's a real point. Maybe I'm just going insane, but I don't know. And so then Peaked in High School. I mean, are you going to tell me this guy didn't peak in high school by the way he flirts? and
For
is
sure.
Just
I gotta give it to you, Josh. I wish that was the right answer because I think in everybody's eyes
One.
watching this video, it is absolutely the right answer. He is peaked in high school, trembling thighs to a T. You nailed it finding that one. Unfortunately, it is not the right answer, but I will still absolutely give you a Snover Achiever point because there's no way that one's walking away without a point. Alolan Golem, a very good argument with the Gaspacho vibes, definitely having peaked in high school. Also just getting you a Snover Achiever point. And Peter, you really think you got it all figured out with the Drake Cloak play, huh?
God, I hope so.
Well, I
Oh,
will
man.
be the one to tell you that Drake Cloak is earning you exactly 1 Snover Achiever point.
Oh, yeah.
Our things were all across the board.
So only Will figured out one time what the
Yes.
correct answer was, and you guys still
Yay,
don't know
Will.
why.
Will's the real winner, regardless of Snover.
Right.
Third place with 7 points was Peter, and in second place with 8 points was Josh, meaning that your slowpoke
I knew
answer was the deciding factor. With 9 points, Will, you
I
did
told
pull
you.
out the win here.
I can't
Very
believe it.
nice.
You guys,
Zane?
yes,
What do I win?
there is no.
What does he win?
Yeah, there's no prize on this one. That's
What?
That's where the video ended.
There's no prize. My victory is hollow.
My victory's hollow.
Your
that's
prize,
right.
Will. Your prize, Will, is that everybody gets to go put Slowpoke on the quiz when they do this themselves.
Everybody, yes, that's
Think
true.
of me when you enter in Slowpoke.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
What?
Oh.
Buzz?
Oh wow! Wait, oh gosh! Now I get it.